Hey, welcome back, multifamily investors. Question for you. What is the number one thing that is holding you back from either making your first purchase or your next acquisition? Tell me in the comments below, please. I would really appreciate it. It helps me help you. Come on into this Puyallup triplex. It's pronounced Puyallup, by the way. I went to Puyallup High School. Go Vikings. This is a mid-century, huge floor plan, two-bedroom unit. You've got this huge living room, newer windows, which is nice. You're on 7th Ave, which is a pretty quiet street in downtown Puyallup. Huge fireplace. Let's go check out the kitchen first. It's been updated at some point, probably in the last 10, 20 years. You got new counters, newer cabinets. We still see new windows, which is good. This is a nice little workstation space here. Then you come to the shared laundry area. And I believe the back units will have access to this door. That door locks. It is not coin operated. I have no idea why you would not do coin operated. There's a back fridge here and more storage. It's kind of weird layout back here in the floor plan. Brand new radiant heat system. See all the copper piping? I think they probably had a furnace or something. They took something out here, but come on. You have some wood floors. It needs new flooring, of course. All this carpet's trash. But come take a look at how big these bedrooms are. Very, very spacious. It's like a cavern in here. You can hear an echo. And it's got built in, so you got a ton of storage. It's huge. I would have thought these would have been built as a 3-bedroom apartment, but it is what it is. They're too large. You have an attic space here. You got a total remodeled full bath that Rebecca will show you. And then the second bedroom at the back, again, huge bedroom. New windows, we like to see that. Pretty private. This is the whole radiant, these big radiant baseboard things are just monstrous. With good storage. And let's go check out the exterior. Okay, we're gonna tour around the outside of this triplex in Puyallup. You can already tell, look, the roof has been neglected. Doesn't mean it's at its end of life, but I'm guessing it's probably been up there looking at the stage of moss quite a long time, untreated. So that's kind of a big ticket item. There's a sprinkler system, which is kind of unusual in a rental like this, but it's a big, long lot. So you have parking in front of the street on the gravel, then you come all the way back, and I already know this is gonna be super hot for owner-occupied buyers, especially truck guys, gear geeks, all those type, people with a lot of crap, because, come on back, you'll see. I mean, not only is it a pretty good location, Puyallup's public school system is one of the best in the area. And I'm not saying that because I went there, it is a fact. But it's a nice part of downtown, I think. Look at this nice gazebo. You can see like how an owner-occupied client, there's somebody in there, so we don't want to look in their window. How an owner-occupied buyer would want to own this, live in that unit or one of the units, hang out back here. Look, you've got a carport with more storage. You've got a garage. And look at all that shop and RV space out back. I mean, if you're just a hands-off investor like me, a non-owner occupied investor like me, we're not going to be able to compete. This is going to go multiple offers at $750. I mean, a decent duplex, a newer duplex in Puyallup usually goes for $750. So this is a triplex. It's older. It does need some work on the roof. But this is what's going to really attract people who are like, should I buy a house or should I try and get my first multifamily and live one of the units for a couple years and have all this? That's the big ticket for the house hacker types. So anyway, I will run the numbers because I'm very interested to see. It's gonna kind of hard to gauge because this is very, very unique for multifamily, especially a small multifamily. But I'll do the best I can and I'll show you what it should pencil like. It's raining today, but it's not very cold. Thank you for watching. Okay, Rebecca and I just toured this property, and yes, as you could see, this is a house hacker's delight, I would say. Look at this opportunity here on this triplex. What's out back? I'm going to dive into. We'll come back to this, but I'm going to dive in. You saw the video, intro to the video here with the tour. Love the mid-century kind of design of this. You know, it's 50s, 53. You're on sewer. You have huge 2-bedroom in a huge 1-bed. We didn't get to see inside the 1-bed that's this large. I'm guessing there's a good chance you could probably build that out to a 2-bed and then really bump up your net operating income. So let's go into the numbers here. I did run it at $750 asking. Now, I'm not running this for your typical investor like me, or someone who's going to buy this and hold it, not live in it. This video is specifically targeted to house hackers because we're going to be competing, if we win an offer, 100%, no doubt, going to be competing with other house hacking buyers for this opportunity. So you figure come in probably maybe 10% down. You might be able to buy down your rate. I think we're floating in the mid to high sixes again, but you probably could buy down the rate. I would think at least to a 6.25. Coming in with $100,000, taxes, insurance, estimated water, sewer, trash, so maybe minor repairs and maintenance, and some miscellaneous stuff. So I'm leaving the big one open because most house hackers are probably going to take the biggest unit. So no rents I'm going to put in there. This is your current for the other two. I ran some pro formas off Rentometer. I have a pro account. If you ever need rent comps, let me know. It shows the average for a 2-bedroom right now in the area is about 19. That would be for this one. And again, depends how much you update it. It's very dated. It needs new flooring. But other than needing new flooring, it's pretty much move-in ready. I mean, you could paint too, but so you could figure 19 to 2,000 for the 2-bed if you wanted to take the 1-bed instead and rent out the 2-bed. The 1-bed's in the area going around 14.15, 14.95-ish, I'd say. So I use 14.95. They're getting 12.50 already. It's probably dated and getting 12.50. This one's probably super dated and getting 900. I think you could bump that to 12.50. So if you were to live in the 2-bed unit, this is what I'm trying to help people evaluate. If you're paying $3,000 in rent and you moved in right away and kept the rents the same, maybe it would cost you about $31.23 to live there. So it costs you a little bit more, but you own it and you're paying down the principal, right? Now, once you got to pro forma, though, it could only be costing you about $2,600 a month to live there. So if you were paying $3,000 in rent for someplace, now here's the kicker. Let me back. So if you're paying $3,000 a month and you get 26 after you bump up the rents a little bit, now you're saving almost $400 a month, and you own a triplex with amazing opportunities. But let's dive into that, right? This is what I'm thinking is the gravy for potential. Now, it's not zone commercial, so you couldn't put a post on Craigslist, get a business license, and rent this as storage. But to friends and family through your sphere, guarantee you know somebody like me that would pay $250 probably to store my boat or something, or if you've got snowmobiles, trailer or some kind, right? $250 for this, probably like $350 for this big RV storage. Now, we didn't get to go in there, but then you also have this covered space too, maybe $150 for that. I don't know. You could probably generate another $700 off this property as a house hacker. I love this opportunity to be house hacking. If I was single, I'd probably buy this, live in one of the 1-beds. If it's just me and this friend, or like a business partner or a spouse or girlfriend, whatever, probably take the 2-bed. You're looking to rent something pretty average is going to be $2,000 in the Puyallup area for the most part for a 2-bed. And this is a pretty good part of, you're close to downtown, kind of a quiet street. You have some off-street parking. Oh, you also have, I don't know if you saw in the video, I just want to back up. There was even more parking. So it's not like you would be without parking if you rented those out. You still have another garage here, storage shed, this carport here. I like it. It's a cool property for this price for the right house hacker. For an investor, not going to dig it. It needs too much work. The roof probably needs work. I see opportunity in building out this 1-bed to a 2-bed for sure. So there you have it. It's not going to pencil. It's not going to cash flow from day one. Now, when you move out in a couple of years, if I have to living there, I'm sure these rents will probably be up 5 to 8% at least. You'll have paid down. Maybe the rates will go down, and you can refi, get it under 6%. Get that payment down from 41.56 to let's say it even goes to 5.5 here soon. 5.5. Yeah, look at you're shaving off. Was it $300? Up to $400 or so. Not bad. That's a nice way to increase your NOI again there too, just by doing a refi and shaving off another $400. So I'd see there's a lot of possibilities with this property for the right investor, the right house hacker, owner occupied buyer.
So if you need help running more numbers on this is just a quick snapshot. I'm just running based on whatever's in the listing, right? And whatever Rentometer is telling me. This is the only place I check real quick. When we do a deep dive, I check Craigslist, Zillow, check with PMs, all that kind of stuff too. This is just for the snapshot, seeing if this is worth making an offer. But I also saw a few cards already after just a day. They added an offer review date for February 2nd, which means there's been a lot of interest. So again, probably might go over 750. I think there's going to be a lot of house hacker type of buyers for this one. So hope that's helpful. Reach out anytime. Happy to help. Thanks for watching.